Yeah, I think what's most proud is, we went down with 5D early in the game. That's hard to do, killing penalties and stuff. Being down 3-2, obviously they had a really good second. Good third, right? We've it's been reminded me a bunch of times we're the only team that hasn't come back in the third period, so at least we broke that goose egg.
And what did you make of your captain, too? I mean, we could see it on the outside. He was wearing it, and yet he gave you just about everything he had.
Well, he makes a difference. I mean, he's a world difference for us. Hasn't had he hasn't had a full practice. Been off that long. I don't know a lot of guys can do that. Not practice and then go in and play a game and be an impact that he is. So, we're, like I said, I've always said I'm lucky to have him.
You can probably speak to this more than just about anybody in that the confidence that we're seeing from Elias Pettersson now, all the trials, tribulations, all of that, you start to actually see his confidence, and not just the confidence, but his game taking another step.
Yeah, I think he's stringing some good games together. We talked about not getting too high and too low. Sometimes the lows were really low, and it can affect as a player. Same thing now. He's getting his game together. But I can see him even after the game, shook his hand there. Good game, but he was like, "Hey, I got more to go." So, I like that. He's got the even keel. He's going to put the work in, and we'll continue to grind.
You mentioned you went down to 5 defensemen. Any update on defenseman Elias Pettersson? Any update on defenseman Elias Pettersson?
He's being evaluated. So we'll. I'll talk to the trainers in a bit.
That's my captain.
It's my quarterback.
Sorry, I saw that.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.